In the vast expanse of the cosmos, there are places even the most daring explorers fear to tread, ancient worlds hidden in the frozen corners of the universe. A planet with no name, lost to time, orbiting a dying star that barely cast a shadow. Above it hovered the Eos Ascendant, a colossal spaceship, its sleek metallic hull reflecting the shimmering auroras that danced across the ice-covered landscape below. Captain Arlen Cross stood on the observation deck, gazing down at the desolate world beneath them. His breath fogged up the glass as the chill of the planet seeped into the ship despite its advanced thermal shielding. This place was a graveyard, a forgotten relic of a civilization long gone. Yet it held a mystery so profound that even the cold could not suppress the heat of curiosity burning in his chest. The Eos Ascendant had not come here by choice. The crew had been forced to reroute after a catastrophic malfunction in their quantum engines, leaving them stranded in this forsaken part of the galaxy. They had found the planet by accident, its icy terrain offering both danger and a glimmer of hope. Somewhere beneath the ice, buried deep within the frozen crust, there was a source of energy, a signature so powerful that it defied the laws of physics. It was the only thing that could save them, a beacon of survival in a galaxy of emptiness. The captain's voice crackled through the ship's intercom. "All crew, prepare for descent. We leave in 10. As the shuttle descended, the crew could see the ice stretching endlessly beneath them, jagged peaks and frozen seas illuminated by the ghostly glow of the auroras. The surface was eerily silent, no wind, no life, just a thick blanket of ice that had covered everything for millennia. Beside Arlen, Dr. Lyra Vega, the ship's chief scientist, was staring at her tablet, reading the energy signatures with wide-eyed fascination. "Captain, I've never seen anything like this. Whatever's down there, it's ancient. And it's alive." The rest of the crew exchanged nervous glances. Alive on a planet that hadn't seen life in eons, the thought chilled them more than the planet's sub-zero temperatures. "Alive how?" asked Lieutenant Reese, their weapons specialist. His hand unconsciously drifted toward the blaster strapped to his hip. Dr. Vega shook her head, her fingers flying over the tablet's interface. "I don't know, but it's pulsing. The energy waves, it's almost like it's calling us." The shuttle landed with a soft thud on the ice, and the team began their trek across the frozen plains toward the energy source. Every step crunched against the brittle ice, the sound unnervingly loud in the oppressive silence. Above them, the Eos Ascendant floated like a silent sentinel, its massive shadow cutting through the endless white. They reached the coordinates Dr. Vega had pinpointed, standing at the edge of a vast chasm that seemed to descend into the heart of the planet. Ice walls stretched down, glittering under the auroras, and from deep within, a soft hum could be heard, like a heartbeat. "That's it," she whispered. "That's where we need to go." They descended into the chasm, the temperature dropping further as they ventured deeper into the planet's icy core. Frost clung to their suits, and their breath came out in visible puffs of air. As they neared the bottom, the humming grew louder, more distinct, until it became a rhythmic pulse that reverberated through their bones. At the very bottom, they found it. A massive structure lay entombed in the ice, ancient and alien, its surface etched with glowing symbols that no one could decipher. It pulsed with a soft, ethereal light, and as the team approached, the hum grew louder, almost welcoming. "It's a ship," Arlen murmured, his voice filled with awe. "But, not like anything we've ever seen." The vessel was unlike any known design in the galaxy, its curves organic, almost alive, as if it had been grown rather than built. It was clear that this was no ordinary spacecraft. It was something far older, far more powerful, and far more dangerous. "Captain, this is it," Dr. Vega said, her voice trembling with excitement. This is the source. If we can harness its energy, we can repair the Eos Ascendant. We can go home. But something about the ship felt wrong to Arlen. The way it pulsed beneath the ice, the way it called to them, it wasn't a beacon of hope. It was a warning. A warning that had been buried for reasons long forgotten. We need to be careful, he said, his eyes scanning the frozen landscape around them. We don't know what this is. Or what it's capable of. As they worked to excavate the ancient ship, strange things began to happen. Their equipment malfunctioned. Communications with the Eos Ascendant became erratic. And the hum, it was no longer a soft, welcoming sound. It had grown louder, more insistent, like the beating of war drums. Then came the voices. At first, they were faint whispers, carried on the still air. But soon they became clearer, louder, filling the minds of the crew with fragmented words, warnings in a language they could not understand. Dr. Vega fell to her knees, clutching her head. It's trying to communicate. She cried. It's alive, the ship, it's alive. Arlen felt it too, a presence, vast and ancient, stirring beneath the ice. The ship wasn't just a relic. It was a prison. And whatever had been entombed within it was waking up. Everyone, back to the shuttle. Arlen shouted, his voice cutting through the growing chaos. Now. But it was too late. The ground beneath them shook violently, and the ice began to crack. The alien ship pulsed one last time, and then the ice gave way, swallowing the team into the abyss. As darkness closed in around him, Arlen heard the voices once more, no longer fragmented, but clear, and filled with unimaginable power. We are the Ancient Ones. And we are free. When Arlen awoke, he was back on the Eos Ascendant. But the ship was different now. The cold, metallic corridors felt more alive. The lights flickered in unfamiliar patterns, and the hum of the engines had taken on a strange, otherworldly rhythm. The rest of the crew was gone, their fates unknown. And as Arlen looked out the observation window, he saw the planet below no longer frozen, but alive with light and energy, as if the very soul of the world had been awakened. The ship was no longer stranded. It had been claimed. And now, it was their turn to join the Ancient Ones. The Eos Ascendant rose from the icy world, no longer a mere vessel but something more, something living, something sentient, something that had waited millennia to rise again. And as it disappeared into the void, Arlen felt the ancient presence stirring within him. They were not just explorers anymore. They were part of something far greater. Something that had only just begun.